Hello friends, it's August 5th, and on tonight's podcast, the second podcast of the night, I will be going over the latest QAnon posts from yesterday, August 4th, and today, currently August 5th. He is still posting as I am speaking. Also, I'll be going over some memes on tonight's True Reporting. Hey friends, how's it going? This podcast will be different from the one before, the Neon Revolt article, because I was reading from his stuff, and this is my own research, including some new Q posts from today and a little bit from yesterday. He's still posting right now. A lot of big stuff going on. I hope everyone's doing good. I feel this is more of a not as formal. Like, I don't have to stay to the guidelines of when I read Neon Revolt. I can do my own thing when I am doing my own research. So I hope you guys are doing well. I didn't get to say that on the last video. I have a really cool short video at the end of this one that I'm going to combine with the podcast. Really tugged at my heartstrings, my emotional strings, and I think you're going to like it. It was very cool. I appreciate all the positive feedback from the my take on QAnon and this movement. That was a lot of editing. I'm trying to get better and better at it, and I appreciate all the nice feedback, and it was very nice. I kind of just wanted to give that to you guys and the newcomers per se, coming in, that are going to be seeing these things, these QAnon, what's going on. They're questioning it from the mainstream, and I just wanted to give them a warm welcome, pretty much, and what to expect from this channel. Also, merch. I finally have my money situation worked out with AdSense and with Patreon. So the money's headed towards me, and this is going to expand this channel, possibly with a green screen. We're going to get merch, new website, going to work on more editing. It's going to get top notch. This is fun. Trust me, I want to do this full time. So, I couldn't do it without you guys, just to be honest. I feel like this is a very tight-knit community, and there's about 300 of you guys that anytime I go live, you're right there with me. So, very cool. But enough of my rambling. Let's go ahead and check into these new Q posts, right? This is True Reporting. Post 1817 says, "Well, Patriots, what you are about to learn should not only scare you, but intensify your resolve to take back control in the kill box freedom. The information that will become public will further demonstrate the criminal and corrupt, pure evil abuse of power that Hussein administration undertook in joint efforts with domestic and foreign dignitaries. The snowball has begun rolling. There is no stopping it now. D5, the final move in a chess game. Stay the course and trust the plan. Protective measures are in place. Remain brave. We knew this day would come. United we stand worldwide. Where we go one, we go all. We fight. Conspiracy, no more Q. Beware of your surroundings. If you see something, say something. Q." I totally get that. And yeah, where we go one, we go all. So, was there more down here? Yeah. 1816. FISA. Killbox 20. So 20 unredacted pages. That's what we're hoping for. I always see 4, 10, 20. It's, I love it, DJT. But I don't know if I went over this, but I think it was 4 days of silence, 10 days of silence, 20 days of silence. DJT, just more mind-blowing things. I posted on Twitter about, people said it was photoshopped. I don't know. But it was Trump saying, instead of saying you, he said Q, like, just paraphrasing something about Q, wait and see. He was saying, check out my accomplishments, what we've done. Just you wait and see. But he said, just Q, wait and see. I don't know if it was photoshopped or what, but it was interesting nonetheless. So it says right here, there's a reason why we needed to go mainstream prior to evidence being dropped. You have more than you know, D5, chess. Where we go one, we go all. I love this. There is a reason why we needed to go mainstream prior to the evidence being dropped. This really resonated with me. They have the plan, trust the plan. It's all planned out. And they're drawing in the media. They're drawing in millions and millions of people. I think I saw on Reddit that there was like 35 to 45 million. I'm just ballparking it. That look at the boards. And then eventually with the mainstream, it will be up to 200 million, 150 million people looking at this stuff. All eyes on this board, all eyes on QAnon. So there's a reason why they needed to go mainstream prior to evidence being dropped. I love it. I love every minute of it. Then we see here 1818. This is from today, brand new, guys. King James, this is from Hillary Clinton, tweeting at LeBron James, is a great family man, incredible ball player, gives back to his community, and isn't afraid to speak his mind. He's a world-class athlete and a class act. We need more like him in this world. And then we see Robert Byrd, KKK member, kissing Hillary on the lips. So creepy. From my first day in Senate, I sought out his guidance. He always was generous with his time and his wisdom, and as Secretary of State, I continue to rely on his advice and counsel. Hillary Clinton, 2008. It's time to learn the truth. She is garbage. She is a liar. Post 1819 trip update. Someone has to make memes about this and what she just said to LeBron James. 1820 trip update confirmed, and that's what we have so far with Q. So Hillary Clinton just being so such a waste of life, just hypocritical to the bone, right? So on my last podcast, I talked about the server, and I saw pictures on Reddit. It might be blurry, but yeah. These are definitely servers. I don't know how real this is, but it definitely has writing on it from FBI. It says from 2015, 2014. FBI have written on it. So, very strange, right? I mean, I know they have it all, right? We have it all. We have the servers. So let's read this. I think you'll find this pretty interesting. A note to the mainstream media. This is from the second. We know, we Anons have noticed that you've begun to address the phenomenon known as QAnon. We've also noticed that rather than share with the general public the truth about Q, you have chosen to mislabel Q a mere conspiracy theory and as a cult. This only proves how little you know about Q and us. But here are just a few things that millions, yes, millions of Anons across the internet know about you. Number one, we know that you know Q is not a conspiracy theory. We know you were ordered to put this label in place, and we know who ordered it. We know all about your 4 a.m. communications with some very evil people, not only within our government, but throughout the world. We know who you get your talking points from. Number two, we know how deeply you are involved in the crimes of the so-called elite. We know that because of you are afraid that your involvement in those crimes is going to be found out by the general public. You have a good reason to be afraid, not because of any fictitious physical threat you claim we've made, but because prison isn't a pleasant place and and you know that we will be the end result once your crimes are made public. Number three, we know that at least a few of you in the media and some clowns that sent you have been to visit us at 4chan and 8chan and Reddit, posing as Anons to post all sorts of hateful and even violent messages and then claim that we are hateful and violent. You chose the wrong people to try to do this to, because at least some of us know how to track you and have the means to do so. Keck. Praise Keck to the fullest. Furthermore, we have actual evidence of these things. We know about you and those who use you. We have the evidence because that little conspiracy theory known as QAnon has taught us how to not only read your communications, but theirs also. Finally, we're here to tell you, those of you in the mainstream media, your days are numbered. So choose your size wisely, because you are running out of time, and where we go one, we go all. So, you're boxed in, guys. You're screwed. Here we go. Another thing I wanted to read to you. Clearly, the wave of Q bashing is coordinated at a level above the individual media outlets and pundits. The consistency of both headlines, content, and assessment prove this beyond any doubt. Any outlet participating in the anti-Q campaign has outed themselves. Absolutely, it's just use logic. It's very easy to see. And I'm certain that many regulars here could have predicted who would have joined the MSM from the ranks of the supposed alt media. Some of them were following orders long before now. On a side note, you are following a very trustworthy channel. I have been on the Q team. I have been on the Q train since the beginning. I've been on the Trump train since the beginning. I have never strayed. So you have found a trustworthy, loyal channel. Trust me on that. I doubt it because those beliefs, whether founded or not, don't upset the establishment gravy train. Right here. If Q is all nonsense believed only by a class of basement-dwelling, marginally sane, uneducated, cult-susceptible morons, as all the bandwagon jumpers so vigorously assert, then why bother to attack in such a coordinated manner? Are we going to see the same attack on flat earthers, NASA skeptics, etc., etc.? I doubt it because those beliefs, whether founded or not, don't upset the establishment gravy train. Absolutely, which validates Q. The virulence of this week's onslaught on the Q phenomenon tells us what we all need to know. Q is viewed as a clear and present danger to the establishment by its highest levels. Of course, the mainstream media and fellow travelers will argue that we are a threat to the national security and public order, but that's only because that's the line that they've directed to adopt. None of them knows enough to have analyzed this movement, its values or its objectives, and the cry of violent extremism has not one scintilla of evidence in its support. But this is how all threats to the status quo are branded, whether they be the civil rights movement, patriot militias, or the Tea Party. The anti-Q initiative is straight out of a well-worn playbook. The participants in the attack might have changed and diversified, but the orchestrators have not. Those who ally themselves with this propaganda campaign are showing themselves for what they are, conformist to establishment privilege, doctrine, and propaganda methods. This is a strategy of delegitimation and containment. I suspect that the anti-Q reaction has come too late to achieve its goals. Absolutely, that was a great point. As the fraction achieved without fanfare is now beyond the ability of mere propaganda to extinguish. We are in the firing line, but truth is a mighty weapon. We must hold fast, patriots. Absolutely, it's too late for them. I can tell you that now. Like I said in the video I made about how I think about this, what the Q movement means to me is that it's progressed too far. So right here, this is pretty crazy. So it says right here, still think that Satanism in the government is a conspiracy theory? Note the individual with the Baphomet necklace standing behind Bill de Blasio at a press conference. I'll zoom in for you guys to see that. Check it right here. Look at how weird this guy looks right there during a press conference right behind him. Very strange. If you're not familiar with that, check it out. Here we go. More innuendo, right? Think mirror. We see Amazon upside down, and then we see this. G, obviously this is Masons. So think mirror, right? Think mirror. Just interesting to me. I wanted to show you. This, I haven't seen many people talking about it, and it kind of blew me away. From the Chans, does anybody know what's going on with Justin Trudeau? Our Prime Minister never has CF-18 escorts. There are some rumors that he has been placed under arrest by our military and that he may resign this week. Prime Minister Trudeau's military Challenger jet was escorted by 2 CF-18 fighter jets back to BC. Not normal procedure. Anything Canadians need to know here? So yeah. Military Challenger jet drops Trudeau off in waiting motorcade heading west. Justin Trudeau stops in at Alberni Valley Airport. Very strange. This has never happened, I believe, to I think it's their Air Force One, Canada's Air Force One. Never happened. Is DJT calling it a witch hunt because they are literally going after Satanists and Luciferians? It's a thought. It's a thought, right? Check here. Assassination foiled by Kate Maz. Strux Coke with Kate on it. What the F is going on? Kate Maz. I read this to you in the last podcast from Neon Revolt. And then we see down here Peter Strux Coke, and it says Kate on the back. You know, they're signing. They do all this stuff. Watch the water. All this kind of stuff. You know, they know they're on camera and they know people are watching. So, Kate Mazzechetti, Kate right here, Trump attack foiled, this is her right here. So, who is he? Is she an Anon too? Well, not anymore, but who knows, man? It's pretty incredible. So we saw this, I went over that also. I guess you can think of me as a female Seth Rich, she says, so we'll see. Then right here, this is pretty interesting. Trump attack foiled. I wish I could read that. Dang it. I'm sorry, guys. I need to check these things before I post it. Put it on my... so right here it says 10,000 plus pedophile arrests worldwide. So far, enormous dark web child porn site shut down. Lots more coming. This is just the no-name low-hanging fruit. Link below shows how many arrested related documentations of each arrest and number of children saved. That's crazy. That was from 8chan. 10,000 plus. 3,800 plus CEO resignations worldwide. Only 65 have a new position. Where we go one, we go all. You can check the resignationlist.info. So resignation.info. Go there and check them all out, right? Then we see a little bit more. Looks like Trudeau may be one of the foreign allies mentioned by the disgraced top tier of the FBI. In the text, they plotted the assassination of President Trump with the participation of supposed allies. Deleted texts have been recovered and are about to be made public. Kiss your ass goodbye, Justin. Boom, get dunked on. You bum. You are a bum. So let's look into some of this pedo stuff, man. A lot of this has been going on. Courtney Cox from May 2014, the big time TV and movie star from Friends. How long does it take to cook a baby in the microwave? I don't know. I close my eyes when I masturbate. That is a normal tweet. We saw all of this pedo stuff coming out with Patton Oswalt and Steven Spielberg. I did a podcast on Isaac Cappy. I tried to get an interview with him. He has not gotten back with me, which is okay. It's cool. How deep can you go? You know, I'm glad that guy's safe. So yeah. Then we can check here. Check this out, guys. This is pretty cool. So this is from Poll on 26/18. Very old, but nevertheless, it's still relatable today. Videos coming in a month. Screenshot this after you call me a shill so you can eat your post when it happens. 100 dead man switches are in place thanks to the NYPD not trusting the FBI. Jews. Shit is coming and it's gonna be glorious. Epstein videos. Chuck Schumer banging 14-year-old boys. It's legit FUBAR, which means that it definitely happened and it's going to come out. I'm not FBI Anon, but I'm about as close to him posting as you are going to get right now. Death by 1,000 cuts takes time. Let the people ingest the info and build suspense, public attention, just like W did prior to the memo release. It's all about weaponizing leaks and building public pressure. Hence, be reason I'm here now. Q built pressure. Say what you like about people. Say what you like, but people were captured by it all, and that filtered right into the memo campaign. The Wiener Files will be ran in a similar manner. You already are. Keep the pressure up on Awangate. It's all tied to Israel, and Chuck Schumer, Jason Goodman, and Webb are both running a disinfo campaign for the Mossad to direct the blame on Pakistan. Israel wants more troops there to place pressure on Iran. The goal was to blame Pakistan and use that as an excuse to funnel more operations there. Says Poll for the 900th time since the Wiener laptop was seized. Epstein flight logs? We have those, Anon. Screenshot my post. I'll spoon feed you after that so you don't have to eat your own words with effort. There's tons of contacts on there that tie into the Russian Gate hoax. Are you telling me CNN will post a Clinton with a teen in underwear in a shoddy motel room? No, it will be leaked directly to the public. Yes, I said there are 100 individuals who have this info. It was leaked once for a reason, and now again for a reason. Things are coming down the pipeline. All I got for now, screenshot this and focus on Schumer, Awan, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and the shills Webb and Goodman. Pakistan was not the buyer. BB was blocking most of the Congress through Debbie Wasserman Schultz and Schumer. I am involved with the network that has the files. I put out what I could for now. More is coming down the pipeline. You can call me PD Anon for now. Screenshot my post. I will be proven right. Boom. Let's go. So Fiona Barnett, she has been talking with Sarah Ruth Ashcraft. I've already gone over her. And also with Isaac Cappy. Fellow victims of the VIP pedos who have been terrified into silence. Now is your big chance. Victims of the CIA, child trafficking, ritual abuse, mind control, Hollywood, Disneyland, Bohemian Grove. Anthony Kidman, that is Nicole Kidman's father. Meryl Streep, Michael Aquino. Time to come forward. Isaac Cappy, are you a survivor of childhood sexual abuse? Please make a video detailing your story. I know it will be hard, but it is necessary. Please upload to and share with the hashtag Survivor Stories. So your pedophile revelation, Isaac Cappy, about Steven Spielberg is accurate. I acted in the 1982 film Night Shift along with Jade Barrymore, Drew Barrymore's mother. Spielberg brought 7-year-old Drew to the set several times, and he was very friendly with her. Very strange, y'all. Very strange. Then we see this guy. I totally went over this last time too. Seth Green. This account's tweets are protected. Only confirmation followers have access to Seth Green's tweets. So what's going on, Seth? Why are you doing that, dude? Why are you doing that? Isaac Cappy is coming out and dropping names. Will you join him publicly dropping names? To Corey Feldman, who's bought and paid for, and Corey Feldman blocked you. Unbelievable. You know, he wanted like 10 mil, you know, for a movie and all kinds of stuff. So don't trust him. Jim Carrey, Hollywood elites eat whole babies for Christmas. Why would he say this? I don't know if I trust Jim Carrey. Hollywood elites eat whole babies for Christmas, according to Jim Carrey, who warns dark forces are engaged in a battle for America's soul, and the outcome of this battle will have long-lasting consequences for the entire world. These kids are fattened up for Christmas, like a geese and turkeys at Christmas, except the animals don't go through the ritual abuse, the psychological torment that these kids are forced into, and they suffer. These people believe the more the child has suffered, the better it tastes. They believe the negative emotions coursing through this kid's body, the adrenaline and hatred will give them special powers. It's a Hollywood thing influenced by old school Satanism. When was this? This is from December 27th, 2017. Crazy. So check this out. Absolutely insane. June 23rd, noon to 6 p.m. Downtown Drake Park, Central Oregon. Fun, games, prizes, kiddie zone, pizza. Bring the kids. XOXO. All ages welcome. Gay pride. Then you see this little boy. Makes me sick. A celebration of LGBTQP progress. Bend Redmond with keynote speech for our friend Todd Nickerson. Then we look here. I will zoom in further. Humanity Dignity Coalition pedo signal. Unbelievable for this kid right there. What is going on, Oregon? You idiots. Idiots. And then we see here in Times Square, Pedo symbol on his forehead. Times Square, 10-year-old drag queen. Pizzagate is real. We see it here, right there. Maybe if I zoom out, it'll be a little clearer. See it right there? Right here? On the side of his head, that is a transgender 10-year-old kid. Awful. Absolutely terrible. So, let me check something real quick. Alright guys, sorry, I am back. I had to pause it real quick. I wanted to show you this before I forgot. Here we go. Check this out. So this is from 2 days ago. Thomas Williams said on last night's show that an NYPD officer posted 3 or 4 horrific pictures of HRC in a basement with children who had tubes attached to their heads. The pictures were pulled down very quickly. It was an attempt by this officer to shame his colleagues into standing the F up. Please meme, post, scream this out. Please. Please, but for the grace of the Creator goes your own kids, you NYPD, spineless effing cowards. Why not wear yellow uniforms so the inside is the same as the outside? Also, on last week's show, he said that Apple are configuring their devices so they won't. Thomas Williams said on last night's show that on an NYPD officer posted 3. So this is just repeated over and over and over again. So yeah, so this was on this was on Reddit. I thought it was taken right back down. Heard the same thing. One of the big shooting victims, bad cop stories. So I mean, this is just more of the same, same old stuff from who knows what's on Anthony Weiner's laptop, to be honest. But I thought that was insane. So Hillary Clinton, there's pictures emerging again with her with kids in a basement with tubes tied up to their heads. I went over the thing about Sarah Ruth Ashcraft talking about that they would suck out the spinal fluid, like it's almost like adrenochrome, same thing like that. And this is what they do. I mean, they have tons of these kids. They're all from overseas. They're brought here. They're brought over in containers, thousands at a time, who knows, and then they're used for that. A lot of people said calling LARP, but anything that comes on here. This was on 8chan, by the way. So yeah, 3 or 4 horrific pictures of HRC in a basement with a child who has tubes attached to their heads. Very dark stuff, guys. Very dark. I just wanted to leave you with this. If you found this informative and you enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel. This is it for me for tonight. Just kind of wanted to go over some things that I found interesting, and I'm sure Q will keep posting this evening. Like I said, if you found it informative and you enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like, a thumbs up. The more likes that this video gets, it will get pushed into another algorithm and more people will be able to view it, and then they will see the truth of what's happening on back channels, right? Also, if you would care to follow me on Twitter at True Reporting, I would so greatly appreciate it. And if you would care to donate to my Patreon, all donations will go to merch, and I will pay for the shipping of my Patreons without a shadow of a doubt. I will leave you, I know I am leaving off on a kind of low-end note, kind of down in the dumps, but I wanted to leave you with a video of POTUS and how much this country means to him. And you rarely see him, if ever, get emotional. And I wanted to share it with you guys. So I really appreciate all the support. Please spread my videos far and wide. And I will talk to you guys soon. God bless you guys. Bye.